years like between you two, how that chemistry's been. Can I just get your take on it? How's it felt catching for him and being a teammate for him?
Well, it's been great. He makes my job easy. I've said that before. He really attacks the zone, kind of lets his stuff work. So for me, it's sort of an easy job. I just got to sit back there and catch it well. But as far as personalities go, we match really well, and it's just fun to be out there together.
And how unique is Liam's fastball with that kind of that late run on it, the ride on it? Just how unique, especially from the left side, is a fastball like that?
Yeah, I think it's the best fastball in college baseball. I think it's an 80 grade pitch. The amount of ride that he has on it is crazy. It looks like it's at your knees, and then next thing you know, it's at your chest as a hitter. And so it's really hard for guys to, commit to getting on top of that because of his other pitches. So it kind of screws up the approach for the hitters. And yeah, I mean, it's really good. So.
Had you heard much about it before you got to catch him for the first time?
Yeah, I heard about it when he threw against us.
I'm sorry.
No, he threw against us and kind of, put it down our throats. So, yeah.
What's it like having his fastball and AJ's fastball on the same pitching staff, and maybe down the road towards the end of the season?
Yeah.
What can that do for a pitching staff over the course of a weekend?
Yeah, a lot of people are like, AJ's kind of not an underdog, but like he's in the shadow right now. Like I thought for me he had the best fastball in college baseball, and I think he still does from the right side. And now we got one from the left side as well. I think those two pitches are crazy, and so to have them both on the staff gives everybody confidence.
Yeah, I know the main thing is winning and kind of following the plan that you guys have out there. But as the game went along, did you know what was going on, and did you have to kind of like keep yourself calm? Because that's a cool thing, right?
I had no idea.
And until when?
Not gonna lie, I had no idea until the 8th inning, and I wasn't even catching at that point. So I had no idea. I'm kind of glad I had no idea, but I mean, we're just out there playing ball. It was cool to see, though.
You ever been a part of one before?
I don't know. Maybe in high school, but I don't think so. I don't think so in college. But yeah, it is pretty cool to catch that. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it like this, but see the other hitters struggle, like, just gives everybody confidence, like in our pitcher and our defense and stuff like that. And so it's fun to watch.
What was it like catching Liam tonight? Obviously, a lot of talk about the fastball, but just what was working so well for him, and where do you feel like he's at heading into SEC play?
I think he's in a great spot. I think for him, it's, he's got to calm himself down a little bit, kind of like me. That's why our personalities go well together. But like in the first inning, he was kind of living up in the zone, like too much. And, I ought to go out there and calm him down for a second. But like, he loves to just keep going and going. So for me, I didn't know if I should have gone out there, but looking back on it now, I probably should have. But yeah, I mean, he settled in real fast like he does. And yeah, I mean, he threw well.
What'd you see on your home run?
I just thought I put a good swing on the ball.
What was working well for you tonight at the plate?
Just kind of being patient, committing to the approach, and I need to be more patient in the other at-bats as well. To see the best out of me, patience is key because I like being aggressive. So committing to an approach and trusting that approach, and then being patient, especially in a 3-2 count. The pressure's on the pitcher. I believe I'm the best two-strike hitter on this planet, and if you don't, then you shouldn't be hitting with 2 strikes. But yeah, so being more patient is key down the road, and then just letting the swing work.
Why are you in a better spot this season to handle the failures of baseball than you were a year ago?
Just last year. I mean, I don't think I have. I don't know if I'd call it fail. I like to say you win or you learn. But as far as like failing goes, last year, I struggled at the plate only because I drove myself into a hole of kind of like overthinking it a little bit. Because I've never really done that over that long of a period of time. In high school I did. I struggled for a second, but then quickly got out of it, kind of because I just didn't change anything. Last year I wanted to change stuff that was unnecessary. So for me to be able to handle that is like not changing unnecessary stuff, and then just going out there with the best mentality that I usually have. And then just, like I said, I commit to the approach, and I put a good swing on a ball and then control what you can.
Yeah, it is difficult to kind of, keep every at bat its own thing for when you're playing in an offense that hits the ball out of the yard as much as this one does. I mean, it seems like, you know, sometimes BP just extends into the game. I mean, how do you kind of channel that out and do your thing?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of guys in the lineup that do a really good job of that. As far as me seeing the other guys doing great, like, that's awesome. To be able to separate the at-bats, it's not easy to do usually, but, you know, getting better over time and being able to, you know, do that can make you a better hitter, right? Because if you strike out looking or something like that, and then you go up there and you're 0 for 0 and you're in your mind, right? Like, you haven't even had an at-bat, it's sort of a new at-bat. You can kind of take the approach of just, you know, like I said, committing to an approach and just doing your thing.
Do you think facing this pitching staff every day helped you grow as a hitter?
100%. This pitching staff is tough. In the fall, you see like the same guys, so I think that makes it somewhat easier for a hitter. But it definitely gives you more confidence going into like games like this, and even next weekend, being prepared for that.